so now we are going to throw one farther right, just so you can see. I did beat up the pattern over there, so it might hook a lot earlier. Oh, almost. What's up? Welcome back to the channel for another ball review. Today we're looking at a pass release from Track, the Paragon Shadow. This ball came out a few months ago. After ball on PBA 50 Tour, I didn't really have time to make videos. I drilled this ball at the World Series for a long pattern, so we're going to come out here on this house shot, which I've already filmed one video on it, so it is in a little bit of a transition here at Pinchasers Veterans. I want to thank them for allowing me to come out here and do my videos and my coaching. I really appreciate them. It's a great partner to have when you're doing this kind of content in the bowling world. All right, so the numbers on the ball are right there. Make sure I point this in the right area. There's the core numbers, so it is a little bit on the stronger side. Okay, and then the cover, type of cover that's on it. Now this, I did drill original theorem. I really like that one out of Track. Drilled a couple stealth modes. Like, I haven't really found a spot for the stealth modes in my bag. Did drill a theorem solid. That video's on its way. That ball I really like. So we're gonna come out here on this house shot, and that's transition, and see how it works. So, all right. Oh wait. Oh, layout. All right. With this layout, since like I said, I did drill it for long. For out there on the PBA 50 Tour, I went 60 by 4.5 by 35. So the pin is in a little bit stronger place than when I do my 5-inch pins that I like. So we wanted to make this one a little bit stronger for long, kind of on the fresh, or maybe for medium patterns if there's a little more volume. So we're kind of seeing where this ball is going to fit in my arsenal. I really like the shape, but I think I skipped over how I drilled it. All right, so the layout is right there. 60. Oh no, I went. I'm just stumbling through this, man. This is the second video today. We're stumbling. Let me just throw some shots, and then we'll edit all that crap out. All right, so now we are going to throw one farther right, just so you can see. I did beat up the pattern over there, so it might hook a lot earlier. Oh, almost tripped it. Okay, so this is, like I said, just like the power hitter video they just did. Outside is really dry. They use a version of gateway arch here. So from 9 out to the gutter is very dry in the front part of the lane. Where the cliff where the oil pattern kind of starts is around 9 or 10. But since I did bowl that video, since I did film that video already before this, the outside is a little bit beat up for me throwing that ball out there, and that one is a lot stronger layout than this ball. So we're gonna make a little bit of adjustment and see what happens. All right, let's throw this one, instead of out to the gutter, let's just throw it up the lane a little bit better, right around first arrow. See if that works. All right, not as good of a shot as I wanted, because I'm conscious of the camera, trying to be out of the way. Threw it out to the right, burned up, never made it, up, left the 2-pin. That one I went a little bit straighter, and you can see it does want to be a little bit earlier. The 60 drill angle is going to help it get down the lane because it is a stronger ball, but the 35 foul angle is going to make it be a little bit sharper down lane. And with this ball, I didn't want to make it too round because I was drilling it for long patterns. I want the ball to be a little more forward down lane rather than a round shape. Well, more angular to forward rather than a round shape I would use on short patterns. Now the finish on this ball is right there. It does come matte finish, so there's no polish on this ball. So I wasn't sure how strong the ball finish is. I'm not sure how strong the cover is on this one. Remember, with all the HK22s and not using it on some balls and some on, all the different covers are a different strength. So just like to come out here and roll them on patterns or on the house shot and just see how they work for me and see where it fits. That way I can see whether I drilled it right for the numbers that are in the core and how strong the cover is. Sometimes the core covers are weaker and I have to scratch them up. Sometimes they're stronger and I have to polish them up. All right, let's move them a little more left. This time in between first and second arrow. Well, no, let's closer to second because that was in between first and second and that hooked early. Throw a good shot though, man. Come on. There we go, that's better. Okay, it is early, it is strong. So I have to get a little bit more oil for this one in order to get it to skid through the front and get down the lane towards the mid lane and then come off in that. But that forward motion that it's making in the back of the lane, I really like that, especially on fresh because it's very controllable. you can see when it reads early or if it goes too long, where some of the other layouts like I had on the power hitter with those angles, it would be too early in the front of the lane, so it wouldn't push far enough. Then it would read the mid lane and it would get really confused if I didn't have the right surface on it. All right, so since they are transitioning already, and even in the second video already, we're gonna move farther left. More in the sweet spot where this pattern is, more around 9, 10, 11. All right, so with this ball, how strong it is, and the layout I put on it, this is another one, I'm telling you, it's like some of the balls in the line, they're gonna be ones where I could go a little more left to right with, but this one's the ones I'm gonna have to stay on top of the pattern, and I might have to play more down and in with it, where, for example, the theorem, which is a little bit weaker, the theorem solid, I should say, and the theorem, those are a little bit weaker cores, so I can go a little more left to right and create shape, where this one looks like I'm gonna have to use it on a little bit more volume, and I'm gonna have to play a lot straighter in the front of the lane rather than going more left to right. My nemesis, the 2-pin, has been showing up today. Okay, so still around second arrow, but now I'm gonna have a tighter line in the front of the lane instead of trying to throw it out to the right and making it shape, or creating a shape, I should say. And I threw it out to the right. That's the problem making these videos, man. I really want to throw it really straight down and in, but I know the balls are they're gonna hook too early here in Florida. So I'm trying to play the in-between. Trying not to get in too much oil where it skates on me, and I leave a 210. But I'm trying to also get it into the dry down lane, that way it'll make a shape. Now it could be because you see it is shining up a little bit. I might have to hit it a little bit, maybe keep this one at a matte finish, where maybe the shine that's on it is making it confused on the house shot. One more shot here and we'll see, and see if maybe I'll do that. This ball maybe wants to be a big one, just like the power hitter, where it needs to have more surface. Yeah, it's a little confused. It's making the right shape, it's just very confused. All right, let me scratch it up a little bit and see if I can get a different reaction. All right, so there we go. I scratched it up a little bit with that same 800 pad from the power hitter video, just to give it a little bit of a matte finish. I might not have got into the cover enough, but hopefully we'll see out here that this is one I might have to keep a little more surface on. I'm winded from scratching the ball out, man. I need some more new Avalon pads. So I might just need, because with the 60 drilling angle, it's gonna go longer. And for this one, I might have maybe stuck with 55, or maybe the 4.5 inch pin is making it try to read too early, and I made the ball a little confused. But I didn't drill it for house shots, I did drill it for patterns. All right, let's try it again. Whew, winded. Stop shimmying, Pete. And there we go. So this one is one of the ones, even though, because it comes with the matte finish, for my rev rate category, it's probably better to keep this one a little more dull. That way you can get a consistent ball motion with it, where if it starts to shine up, it's gonna get a little confused. And it just could be because of how strong or how weak the cover is on it. Like I said, I'm still getting used to it, so I'm not sure. I don't think it's a big ball like a Criterion. You know, I think that's a bigger, smoother ball than this one is. This is like probably a right step below it, and then you'll see when I make my theorem solid video, that ball is a lot weaker than this one, and that one I like. All right, let's try it again. See if I can create a little shape with it since I scratched it up. Maybe that would have been the problem why I couldn't do it. It's because it was not dull enough. Like that. See, it is. So when I do go left to right, that was a little bit steeper than I wanted to, but at least I could show you guys that that ball is not one that's gonna be a lot of change of direction. It rolls nice and smooth. It's kind of similar to the 3D offset for me, where it is a rounder, it's a slower ball, and it has that little bit of forward motion, so I can keep my angles, I can keep my, man, I'm winded. It's more like the 3D offset where I can stay, you know, in my A game, playing straighter lines, where I don't have to do so much left to right, but if I need to do left to right, it'll be time for a ball change. All right, test it out. Since this is a bigger one, let's get in some more, a little bit more oil, and Just see what it does. I'm not gonna throw it too far to the right. I don't want it to be too steep, but I do want to get it to the right so it shapes down lane at the end of the pattern. Like that. So I do, when I get into more oil, I can make it a little bit shape, but that's not quick enough for where I want to play. And I'm really coming around to try to make it shape rather than staying behind it, because I'm trying to cover more board. So I need to manipulate the ball in order for that to happen. I don't have enough rev rate to do it. Since everybody thinks I don't play far enough left, since the bigger ball will do it. That power hitter wasn't the right layout to do that. This one is though. Like that. That's why I don't play farther left on house shots. There's so much volume in the middle, and when I throw it too far right, it's gone. I'm not going to see it. And if I play too shallow of a line, the pocket, I'll have the way when it comes off the pattern, it just won't be right. All right, so one more shot. We'll wrap this up. Throw the ball the way I want to throw it, the way I'm going to use it in either league or in a tournament. Just like that. It's a little too strong. A little too strong. I'm like 710. Okay, so if you're thinking about getting a Paragon Shadow, make sure your house shot does have a little more volume in the front, and maybe a little more friction to the right, down lane, where ours has a lot of friction to the right and in the front. That's why the ball is not making the right shape. All right, last shot. Let me make an adjustment off that 710 and see what it does. That was a pretty good shot. Like that, see? It's just, that ball is just too strong. It really is not getting down the lane and snapping. It's really just rolling the whole way down. I lied, can't end on a bad one. Got a strike. All right, let's see if I can find it here. More like that, straighter lines, keep it in the oil, and looks good. All right, guys, that's my ball review on the Track Paragon Shadow. Make sure you do that thing, hit that like, subscribe, turn on the bell for notifications so you know my content hits the internet. And more ball reviews coming down the way. We got Theorem Solid, GB5 Pearl. I got Turbo X. Spent a lot of time bowling tournaments, didn't have enough time doing ball reviews, so they're coming at you fast. Thanks for watching. Peace out.